Yeah. Oh, that's what I forgot to. What the? Why am I being punched? Tiny Gremlin, what'd I do you? So unbelievably rude. Hey, hello everyone. It's us. We're playing Final Fantasy XIV. It's me, Grayson. How are you doing? I just realized I forgot to turn the game volume back up. I usually have the game volume on like super low whenever like I'm playing on my off time. But obviously when we're playing it proper on stream, we gotta turn the volume back up just a smidge. So y'all can hear it better. But hey, how everyone doing? Wow, we got Grace and Alan here. What a treat. Alanios! Alanios is pretty nice to me. I like Alanios. Tiny Gremlin is sometimes nice to me. So unbelievable. But hey, how's everyone doing tonight? How go it? It's Tuesday. It is Tuesday, right? Yeah, it's Tuesday. Hey. Anyway, it's us. It's the we. Let's see here. Jen says, "Boo, you suck." Jen, no, my feelings. How could you? And then Hatoon's here. Lala's here. Jen, why are you coming here to fight tonight? What's up with you? You okay, man? You doing okay? So it's your fault for being AFK for like 10 minutes. I wasn't like for 10 minutes. Maybe, well, actually, it must have been at least 10. When is like, because when I clicked back onto the screen, it says I was away from keyboard. I don't know how long it takes for that to pop up on the status, but I was away for a second. I was getting my water bottle filled up before we started. Hatoon says I had the chair icon. What does a chair mean? What? Jen said I missed my daily dose of bullying. Oh no. Not sure if you need that every day. Oh, this is honestly, it was probably closer to 20. Since I was there before even start time. Wow, Lala was just ready, apparently. Carson. Oh, hey, Carson. Hatoon, are you going to make your grave more provocatively? I was going to say, like, I'm not sure if I love the way Hatoon is using my body. I feel a little offended. Chair means you're away from keyboard. I don't feel like a chair would... I mean, I don't know what icon would mean that, but I don't know if a chair should mean AFK, but... Like, I haven't been active in a while, like it's an empty chair. Oh. So you're... I mean, I guess, but... It's kind of a weird thing, like, to put above a character. Like an in-game character. I feel like there's probably a better one they could have come up with, but it's fine. Honestly, on the list of concerns I have with this game, that's ranking pretty low, all things considered. But hey, how's everyone doing tonight? How's the week been so far for folks? That's really... Who? You dressed the chocobo just like my chocobo? It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, hey, but yeah, we're playing Dark Knight. Dark Knight, that's right, it is, right? Dark Knight stuff. So you can see I'm level 73. On Sunday, I was only level 69, which was pretty nice. But we managed to gain, you know, about 4 levels since then. I feel pretty proud about that, honestly. I worked pretty hard. I've been trying to... Because I'm trying to get him to level 80 before this Sunday. I think we're going to make it. I think we'll just barely squeeze it to that point. But I remembered that along with, like, the 70 plus, you know, tank quests, there's the level 60 to 70 tank quests. Or, like, Dark Knight quests. Don't... Hatoon, how could you? It's not Nakey time. Yeah, so I figured we could do these. Apparently I must have already started this, because we're on level 63. The Widow and Her Love. Which I kind of vaguely remember starting the Dark Knight quests. I can't remember too much what happened, but I kind of got the gist of it. Because I feel like we had like I think it started like in front of like like that one house, not the Belmonts. I don't know. Whatever that one family was from Heavensward that we hung out with a bunch. Started in front of their house. We met a guy who said he could see ghosts or summon ghosts or something. And I think we're still helping him, if I remember right. I'm really vague on it. It's been a few months since we did that sequence of events, honestly. The 4 temps? That could have been it. Actually, that sounds right, Lala. I choose to believe Lala's being correct. Jen took... Wait a minute. No, so I had a headache like all day, but it finally went away like half an hour ago. And then Jen took the headache. Jen, don't do that. Well, I guess, I mean, that was nice of you to take the bullet, I suppose. Jen says, "Oh Lord, my game is dying." Oh no, Jen, don't do it. Resuscitate it, quick. Oh, I just realized Jen's in game. Hey, Jen. How you doing? The gang's all here. But anyway, yeah, so we'll go ahead and get started with the Dark Knight quests. I figure we got like a... I don't think it'll take us too terribly long. And I kind of think if we do end up with some extra time at the end, maybe we'll like... I don't know. I guess if y'all have any ideas, we could do some of that stuff, or... Well, we'll just see where we get with time. I don't know how long this will take. Sidurgu. Oh, that's right. Sidurgu was... He was like Frey's actual friend, even though we never technically met Frey for realsies, apparently. Like, that's a whole confusing thing still. But then, was it Misty? I'm trying to remember. I think this is the guy that can talk to dead people. Or was it Riel? I don't... Wait, no, Riel was... Sorry, I'm okay. I have a little shelf on my bedroom wall. And one of my figures just like went flying off of it. And it kind of scared the bejesus out of me. I don't know if I got picked up on the mic, but yeah, what the hell? It's fine. I know, if something just flew off of one of my shelves, I'm gonna choose to believe that was just normal gravity doing normal things. That really startled me, I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember who Riel is. Riel was someone... Wait a minute. No, wait a minute. Okay, so I'm remembering now. Wait. Okay, so up to level 50, we worked with Frey. And then from 50 to 60, we worked with Sidurgu and Riel. To do, like, more Dark Knight stuff. I can't remember what we did with them. Honestly, like, I'm totally stumped, like, what we did. But, like, I definitely remember, like, working with them, because they were, like, those two dorks who were sitting inside the tavern forever we couldn't talk to. But now they're helping me with Misty. Who sees that? Okay, I think I'm caught up now. I don't know if anyone else remembers this any better than I do. Lala says, my power just flipped off and on, so I'll be back in game eventually. Lala, what are these ghosts you're summoning? Jen says your character's just staring at me. Hatoon says it's Mildred. I refuse to acknowledge Mildred. Mildred is not allowed. So say I. Lala says, quit being mean to your ghost, Crane. Lala says her mom wanted to kill her because she had dragon blood. That's right. Yeah, because she was like on the run, and so we helped him with that situation. That was a really weird quest line. Like, that quest line went in like such a different direction than like it felt it was going. I remember now. Yeah, the Dark Knight quests have been like really weird. Like, they've been like really like anti-moral in the sense of like, and I don't mean like there's like no morality in them, but it's just like in the sense of like there's like a certain story happening and you feel like it's gonna like end with like some kind of like lesson learned, but then you don't really learn the lesson at the end. You just, like, kill the guy that's the problem. You're like, screw lessons. We're Dark Knights. It's like, okay, that's an option, I guess. Very, very strange storylines. But anyway, okay. I think I remember what we're doing now. So we gotta talk with these guys and do stuff. But hi, Smo. Smo says wavy. And Hatoon says Mildred. Gonna do worse. You might want to exercise your landlord. Nah, it's fine. Look, for how cheap the rent is in this place, it's gonna take a lot more ghosting for me to want to move. Like, I'm gonna need to, like, start seeing, like, my name written in blood on the mirror in the mornings or something before I start considering the option of moving. Because, man, finding a different place to move to would be expensive right now. Anyway, I'm just climbing stairs, so let's go and talk to people. Also, how... new folks just coming in. How are you doing today? Let's talk to Misty. I knew you would understand. How could you not? I totally understand everything you say, Misty, always. Real? For the most part, I'm happy to go along with Sid's act, but every now and then I have to remind him not to be so grim and dark. Smo says, good day today. That's good. That's good to hear. Glad it's a good day for you. The Widow and Her Love, level 63. Sudurgu is handling his new duties with characteristic aplomb. Oh, thank the gods, an adult. I'm the shortest person here. What do you mean, adult? Riel has been spending a lot of time with Misty, keeping him company and getting to know him and so forth. Not that there's much to know. He won't talk about his home or his past. Doesn't seem to have any interest or skills beyond conjuring elaborate delusions derived from memories. I have no idea how he does it either, and more importantly, I'm not even sure how we could take back the ether he stole. We may have no choice but to agree to his terms, unless you're content to carry half a soul crystal. Oh, that's right, that's why we have to help him. He stole my mojo. I gotta get my mojo back, guys. Can't believe it. I can hear you whispering, you know. Misty means well, and Grace and I are willing to help him. Why aren't you? I didn't say I wasn't willing. I'm still here, aren't I? Right then. We found no one suitable for the boy's needs here. Rather than return to Ishgard, I say we try someone new. Let's head to Tailfeather. Okay, guys, we could all have gone together as a foursome, but, you know, you could just leave me behind. That's okay. I'll call an Uber. I'll see you right there. Send a postcard. Man, so rude. Okay, there we go. Let's see here. June says, gotta leave the slime behind. No, guys. Who could say no to that jiggle? You got that wiggle wiggle. Oh, look at him dancing. Look at him dancing in the wind. He's having a great time out here. He's always got a smiling face. You all could learn a thing or two from Slime King's attitude. Look at him. He don't let nothing bother him. He's just having a grand old time. Where the heck are these nerds I'm looking for over here? Aha, I see them. I remember this part of the game. That's so long ago. Actually, now I think about it, because like this quest line would have essentially been like the Stormblood quest, right? Like that, because like 60 to 70, right? It's interesting that so far we haven't actually had like an excuse to like go to the new expansion areas. I feel like all the other classes, they usually find their way into, you know, they find some excuse to go into like the new areas at some point or other. So far, not these ones. Sedergu. Prisoner of the High Houses. Interesting. Misty. This place, too, has seen its share of sadness. Hatoon says, you bother me and I wreak my revenge daily? What does that even mean? Hatoon, are you okay? You know, like, talk about it? Oh, they're gone forever.
Life here is not easy, but it is fulfilling all the same. That said, the hunters had no personal tales of profound tragedy to share. They did, however, tell me of an outsider recently brought here from Falcon's Nest. A prisoner, actually. A woman named Laudy. She is to atone for her crimes through hard labor, but the proctor has been zealous. He berates her constantly, and every day she bears fresh bruises.
Yipes.
Ah, Ashgardian justice. I know it well. If this woman is performing various chores for the hunters, then it should not be hard for it to find her. Come, let us look around.
Hooray! We did it. I see a destination. Let's go. Let me talk to these guys, I guess. Makoto Miyumi. I wonder if he's like on the same quest line, because I swear I just saw him in the other area. It's a very distinct name.
No one is undeserving. No one is beyond redemption. This I must believe. She's lucky. At least she gets to see the sun. She must be around here somewhere.
I forgot, Riel was like trapped in like in the highest tower or something, guarded by a dragon, right? I'm trying to remember what her storyline was. Toon says, no, I won't. Toon, you gotta give peace a chance. Think of all the things that John Lennon said. I'm surveying.
This is the place, isn't it?
Insolent child! You're not to speak unless spoken to. Is that clear?
Something else just fell off the shelf. I'm gonna say there's something wrong with the shelf. I like that better. It was the same shelf. Therefore, it must be the shelf that's the problem. Yeah, that one just fell off and hit my desk. Cool. Okay. We'll worry about that later. A penitent prisoner.
Yes, my lord. Pray forgive my impudence.
I'm a gasp.
Do not play me for a fool. Your sins are beyond forgiveness. Sir Aymeric and his noble brethren may think you worthy of mercy, but I have seen your kind before. A swift death is more than you deserve.
A swift death is more than that jerk deserves. Can't imagine what she did to deserve this kind of treatment. You know her, Grayson. Do I? Oh my gosh, I do know her.
Seven hells! She's the one that led the protest at Falcon's Nest. The one that nearly put an end to the peace conference. And she poisoned you! Well, that explains a lot. Though few of all people can find it in your heart to forgive her, or at least forsake bloody revenge, it's hard to look at this and call it justice.
Her crimes were born of desperation and despair for the husband she lost. Perhaps if the two of them were to meet again.
Ah, manipulation.
I like it. Don't be foolish. She knows he's dead. You'll only cause her pain. Pain is all that is left to her, don't you see? How they cry in the dark. How they mourn their dead. How it festers and spreads and corrupts them thoroughly. We have seen it. We have made it.
Fine, fine. Do what you will. Conjure her husband. But do not come crying to me when she curses you for your kindness.
I'll not give the hunters cause to turn their bows on us either.
Rael, take Mist into the woods and hide. Grayson and I will free the girl.
I totally forgot about that whole sequence of events. Yeah, why is this questline so stuck in Heavensward?
Rather, I will free the girl. She would know you at once and might misunderstand your intentions. We cannot risk the commotion.
I think I was a bit taller last time she saw me. I don't think she would notice. I didn't have the same hat on before.
As for your part, no one is truly outside Halone's grace, don't you think? Confront the proctor. Make him see the error of his ways. If he is a good man, then he may yet repent of his wicked ways. If he refuses, then that is his choice to make, and he will have to accept the consequences of his actions. Doubly so if he bears steel, yes?
Hooray, I get to go kill guards.
Very sight of you fills me with murderous rage. See to your duties. I must needs cleanse myself of these impure thoughts through communion with nature. Perhaps a spot of fishing is in order. Now's our chance.
I love fishing. Let's go be buddies. Let's see, Hatun says, why does the child have Yzael's hair, but I cannot? I mean, I think we all know the answer to that, Hatun. Can't have everything you want. Like, Hatun says, I don't like peas and I don't know who that is. I like, do you not know who John Lennon is? Like, what rock have you lived under for the past, like, 60 years, Hatun? Friggin' lead singer of the Beatles. Dadgummit. Carson says, heard that one. Yeah, I heard the thump. That was your would-be assassin. Your stench would give it away, says Adun. Jen says, oh, I just sit here and chat. My game is being weird today. Uh-oh. I'm sorry to hear that, Jen. I hope your game stopped being weird. Let's see here. I guess we'll just follow the river towards wherever he's fishing, right? That's what we call smart. You'll never see us coming if we pretend to be a fish. And that's when we strike. Thank goodness I'm short enough to get under this bridge. I am short enough to get under this bridge. Don't you lie to me. Don't you lie to me, game. I can fit there. It's mine by right. Or Macklin? Can definitely fit under here. Don't tell me I can't. That's right. This is okay, my bad, Gramps. I'll ask Google. Oh, this is okay, Gaius. Look. Just saying, Gaius was way cooler when he was all about taking over the planet and controlling it by force. Then he got all soft on us and wanted to start helping people. Orthodox Proctor. Who are you? Why do you disturb me? You heard of her? A concerned adventurer who objects to my treatment of a criminal. Only you knew her sins. She should have been thrown into witch drop. Alas, the Lord Speaker in his boundless wisdom and mercy demanded that we spare the woman's life. But rest assured, I will see that her every waking moment is filled with misery and scorn. I heard about her. You presume to judge me, a man of the church. I will not be cowed by your threats. The Fury guide and protect me. The Fury guide and protect me. I sense her righteous presence. Bunch of hedge knights. Okay, hold on. Just gonna eat some quick eggs. I'm happy to see that the game is continuing its long-standing tradition of, like, any vaguely religious figure is automatically a villain. I'd find it hard to believe it was Final Fantasy XIV if they ever, you know, put in a religious guy who was actually nice. You know, you can't do that. Everyone knows that the second you belong to church, you're wicked and scummy. It's just how it works. So, where was I supposed to go? Oh, they're way over there. Holy crap, they're way out there. Okay, hold on, let me get on a friggin' mount for this. I just assumed I'd be meeting them back in town. Also, I mean, there's lots of non-evil religious-ish guardians. You just don't see them, and they're not the real priests. I mean, what's kind of the problem is, like, there's, like, a lot of, like, nameless characters you can just, like, presume are fine. Like, as far as, like, a major character in this, like, a named character in this game who is religious doesn't exist. And you can't say Amaric because he's never really been openly religious, like, at any point. He's just, like, in this area that is full of religion. The hissing cobbles. The remaining fragment of a forgotten highway, the hissing cobbles have been molded by the inexorable march of time. Its neatly arranged grids of stone fading into earth and dust. The hunters of Tailfeather bitterly call it such as many a tracked quarry have escaped, startled by the hissing sound of boots grating on loose gravel. Neat. Let's get on a unicorn. Huzzah! So, well, there's a side quest where you meet good priests in training. Carson says, me, I'm the religious character. Good job, Carson. And I would love to play the side quest, but I can't. Someday, maybe. I'm not sure we should be here. How's it going, guys? Look at me. I got good armor on, too. Anyway, I guess we're being stealthy. It's begun. We can but watch and see what happens. Look, we've brought them together. We have made her whole. I think, is Misty actually like a villain? How she smiles, how her eyes sparkle. How beautiful this happiness. Every night I dream of your face. I could have tried to stop you from going back to the front. Could have begged and screamed and cursed, but I didn't. Because I knew you'd listen. And even if you'd forgive me for it one day, I never would. The arrow may have missed my heart, but I've been dead for a long time. All of this is just waiting. That's what I'd tell you, Stace. If I could. And then you'd say, you can't stay stuck in the moment, Loudy. You've got to go on. You've got to forgive yourself. You've got to let me go. But I won't. I won't. If I do, who'll be left to remember the man you were? The soldier, the husband. I'm the only one who knows. And it's my duty to hold on to that as long as I can. That's what I'd tell him if he were here. But he's not. He'll never come home to me, so please, put an end to this, whatever this witchcraft is. She caught on. We're not really stealthing it, you know, bestie. He's like, oh, but it was such a good fake. Yeah, that feels like some sinister darkness. Grayson Allen. Was this all your doing? No, it was mine.
Forgive me, I thought that... I wanted only to... I was wrong. I see that now. You have every right to be upset. It's all right, boy. It is. I appreciate your kindness, even if it was misguided. You too, Grayson. I blamed you for a lot of things. Hated you so much. Because I don't know. Because you came back and Stace didn't, maybe. Because you weren't him. They say the war's over now, but it never ends for people like you, does it?
Yeah, there's always someone worth fighting for.
I know what you are. I heard the stories as a child. Of the ones with neither shield nor sigil. Champions of the weak and the helpless. Undeterred by the law of man or God. I couldn't stop you anymore. They could have stopped Stace from walking out the door that day. So, fight then. Fight if that's what you want. Just don't squander the time in between. There's never enough. Right. I suppose I owe it to him to try and make the most of what I've got left to, so I will. Take care, and thank you.
What a random thing to get closure on. Like, out of everything in this game.
She's gone. Reclaim your ether, Grayson.
I'm stealing my ether. Mist can eat dirt. I'm taking it back.
In the depths of the abyss, a flame lingers. The Proctor's punishments were nothing compared to her own guilt. I did try to warn the boy. Forgive me. I was a fool. The abyss is yours, as it has always been. Consume it.
I want it. How do I get it in me? How do I get that goodness in me? Who do you think you are? Stealing my hat. The gall. Gumption. Do I have to, like, slash consume? Like, what am I doing here? Hold on. Slash consume. I guess that one doesn't work. Wait, how do I get this back? Wait, what? I think you use a weapon skill? Oh, probably. A flame lingers. Okay. Apparently it was that one.
As the ether flows into your soul crystal once more, from the depths of the fading abyss, you hear a whisper.
Oh. You want to elaborate on that game? About that whisper? Also, why is my minion almost as big as I am? Be tinier, darn it. Look at that guy. I could practically ride him around. Sidru. I did try to warn the boy. Honestly, can't remember which one.
Forgive me. Forgive me, in the end I could not make her whole. So much pain. So much loss. How it fills my heart and overflows. Maybe it is indeed beyond us. Maybe it is not in our nature.
You've still got 3 more chances, don't you? There's no need to be so bloody melodramatic. At least not out here. We should go back to Tailfeather. Okay.
Your words did more for her than my illusion. She's still a good person, and so are you. I pray you both remember.
Okay. Kinda weird. Kind of a weird guy. Not gonna lie. Didn't realize I was saying right in the group, says Lala. Yeah, Lala just trying to blend in like nothing's wrong. Oh, I thought that was an orb. It's just a stupid water spite. Yeah, good job, Lala. You blended right in like no one would have ever noticed. Also, we killed a guy. We killed 3 guys, actually. For, like, no benefit to anybody, as it turns out. She knew it was false, yet it still had power over her. Can there be truth in a lie? And perhaps salvation as well. Oops, I wanted to talk to Riel, but okay. On to the next, I would say, but Misty looks to be in no state to continue. Which means we'll be staying here for a time, taking in the fresh country air. Me and my little ones. For what it's worth, I think that woman is better for what we did. Or at least as good as anyone can be after what she's been through. We did it. We're winners. Riel? They found comfort in seeing the dead. They had so much to say to them, but I don't know what I could say to her. Sidurgu? Sidurgu is about to make a suggestion he will immediately regret. The orphans and the broken blade. Ah. Gotta love a story with some orphans in it. Grayson. I imagine you'd like to get back to it, and so would I. Unfortunately, Misty remains inconsolable. His failure with Loudy, such as it was, weighs on his mind. He is afraid of repeating the same mistake with others. And so, for lack of a better idea, I'm thinking it's time to pay another visit to those furry little in the churning mists. I forgot about those guys. They sucked. What? But why? I can't imagine Misty helping a Moogle. My master used to take me to places like Mogholm when the city became too much. The fresh air, the quiet, the isolation. And yes, I have not forgotten how the Moogles helped Riel and me when we were moody and brooding. Though I would argue that we reconciled in spite of their intervention, not because of it. Whatever you say, Sid. Whatever you say. Bye forever. What? Why is my camera? Oh, there it is. Well, camera got scared for a second. It was broken. Don't worry, I haven't given up yet. How could I? You wouldn't. Is Misty gonna... What is wrong with the camera? Jeez. Is Misty gonna end up being like a reflection of my own imagination again? And then I have to kill him in cold blood in order to reclaim my peace? Probably. Mogholm. AC says, have you guys been blowing your noses at other people? What does that even mean? What? Also, hi AC, how are you doing? Are you blowing your nose at other people? That's an odd way to spend your time. That's okay. Riel? It's good to see you again, Moggy. I hope you and your friends haven't been getting into too much trouble. And you're still alive, that's something. Oh, you know Moggy! Oh, you know Moggy. Trouble follows me wherever I go, Kupo. Is Misty here? No Misty, he's dead. We lost him forever. AC says, or farting in the general direction of your enemies. Always that. What's that super great meme that I love so much? Like, if they talking behind your back, then fart. I like that. I live by that. Sudoku. Right then. Water under the bridge. No need for palms to be torn from heads and shoved down throats. Yet. Misty is taking in the sights, I believe. Why don't you join him? He's way over there. How? kind of dork. Misty, hey you doing? Goodsworth says, hello. Hi Goodsworth, how you doing? How's your day been? AC says, people love this job quest. Are you feeling it? Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? I mean, the Dark Knight side, like, job quests are fascinating to me, because I feel like, in general, I feel like I heard a lot of people say that the Dark Knight quests were their favorite. Like, it had, like, the best story to it. And I mean, it's been fine. I'm stuck forever. I'm stuck forever. Help. Help. Misty. There we go. It's just, like, this one's been weird. Like, they're definitely, like, weird quests compared to, like, all the others. Like, I still, like, I don't know, my personal favorite by far has still been the White Mage job quests. Like, those ones were super good. Like, everything I would have wanted in a role quest. But Tytoon says, no, sir, I do not bite my thumb at you, sir, but I bite my thumb, sir. Ah. Tytoon is trying to sound all learned and smart by quoting Fancy Pants plays. This is my favorite is the Bard quests. I do want to get to those. That's definitely going to be the ranged DPS I do, even though it will take a bit longer. The wind in your hair, the sun on your face. Here you can immerse yourself in the beauty and the calm, and forget the horrors. Almost. How far we have come, you and I. The others, they hesitate, but you understand the obligation, the duty, the need for atonement. What do you need to atone? We have lost so much. So many friends and loved ones. So many moments. We thought we could keep and preserve them, but we are left with anguish in the end. Time strips us of even this bitter remainder, if we let it. But I cannot. This pain, this sadness, it is mine to bear, mine alone. This I understand now. Their grief will be mine, and in return I will give them peace. But who, and when, and where, that is the question. Even we have our limits. This guy is super duper not a real person. He is at best a ghost, at worst, he is like my dark reflection who speaks to me from the beyond. Who did I lose? Everyone. No one. We've always been apart, have we not? Perhaps one day you will understand, and then you will share my loathing and contempt. Oh, forgive me. I have been away from the others for too long. Sid will be worried. We must return to them at once. Is Misty like Sid's dark half? Where, like, I had to deal with Frey and his junk, now Sid has to deal with Misty for, like, his personal quest of becoming a good person or whatever. Maybe. Tytoon says Gray loves to search for the taint. What can I say? I'm a simple man. Carson says, I did like the Samurai quest, the first set for sure. Samurai was fun. The first Samurai quest was pretty good. It was actually pretty good. Like, and even like the 60 to 70 quest was still pretty fun. Like, at least like very interesting. Good characters and all that. It's really a shame that 70 onwards you don't get like any more like individual quests for like each class. I feel like that's a real miss in my opinion, but well, it says that'll haunt him forever. What'll haunt me forever? What happened? Carson says I'll haunt you for now. Well, says, I mean, as a kid who kind of sees ghosts, maybe he's just a weird kid. Probably. AC says, fun fact, Misty is what people often call the orphan to children in the Broom in Ishgard. Oh. Coincidence? Definitely. That makes Misty Gray's child. I don't like that. I don't like that connecting of threads. I feel like you connected them wrong, Katoon. When you're like matching the pins together on a corkboard, I think you did something wrong. Carson's, I agree. I would have liked more class-specific quests. AC says, much like how they call illegitimate children Greystone, like Archivant. Maybe. Says, I thought you've said you'd be a great dad. Now refusing a child. Look, I'd be a great dad, but it has to be like a child I want. Like if it, you know, if the child's not working out, I'm just gonna get a new one. Like, you can't be like too attached to these things. You just have to like know when to cut your losses and take it back to Walmart or wherever you get kids. You know, get an exchange. Kind of just like gotta wait till like you pull the right one out. You know. This is, oh yeah, sure. I mean, Lala gets it. Lala's a parent. Lala knows how it works. Lala had to go through all the hassle.
Did you and Misty have time to talk? Is Sid upset? I'm not sure, but I think I heard him grinding his teeth.
Yipes.
Kupopo? Is this another one of your friends?
Well, it says, though saying pull the right one out is a little weird phrasing. I don't know, isn't it like a lottery? Like you go to Sears or wherever, and you spin the wheel and it like drops like a quarter out or whatever, and you see like what ticket you won with it. It's a whole process, I'm pretty sure.
Ah, there you are. I trust Misty has had ample time to reflect upon his mistakes. I have. I am ready to resume my search for those I might help with my power. Difficult though it may be, I do not intend to give up. Glad to hear it. In that case, there's no need to remain here any longer. I say we leave this accursed place and never return. Don't be silly, Sid. I say we show Misty more of the churning mists. We did come all this way, you know. Come on, there's a place I'd like to show you. Now wait just a... You can't go running off on your own like that. Get eaten by a three-headed gooboo. Real? Real! Bogomir's bleeding. What does that even mean? Come on, they cannot have gone far. Watch out for belligerent Dravanians and mischievous Moogles.
Goodbye, Moggy. Hope we get to beat you up again sometime. That was pretty fun. Probably the best part of the Dark Knight quest was being able to just punch a lot of Moogles. Really got a lot of aggression out of me. Where the heck? Oh, it's like straight ahead. Gotcha. I don't have like... Hold on, I just realized I don't have like any of this area explored. Like, holy crap. There's like a lot to this area I never saw. That's kind of wild. AC says, I understand there's plenty of people who hate Moogles, but I can say I don't hate them. I have the patience to deal with their shenanigans. No, Moogles are great. Like, I think they're always very funny in whatever game they appear in. I'm kind of sad that in this game the Moogles are like very sequestered away from like the rest of the game. Like, they're kind of like... There's like the male Moogle thing, and then like... I'm trying to... Actually, hold on. I just realized, like, whatever happened to Kuplo Cop? Anyone else remember, like, the guy that, like, you... Like, I don't know, like, what it's like in every other, like, starting area, but, like, in Gridania, like, one of the first NPCs you interact with is a Moogle named Kuplo Cop. And he was awesome. And, like, he's friends with, like, Yida and Papalimo. And, like, you interact with him, like, quite a bit early on. And then for some reason, he just, like, stops being in the story at some point. Like, I think he briefly appears again to, like, lead you to Moghome. But that's, like... Oh. Hey, they died. But that's like the last time I think we ever see him. And he's like really like the only like major Moogle character you see like outside of Moghome. Which is really weird. That like... I don't know, like, it feels like they're, like, really underutilized, like, the Moogles in this game. Like, they didn't, like, really know, like, how to fit them into the game, but they also, like, knew they had to have them in the game, or they'd get in trouble. So you try to have a Final Fantasy game without Moogles right now, it's like blasphemy. I'm too young to Kupo. Foolish fool. Why'd they all die? Don't give me that look. The little jerks didn't want their heads caved, and they shouldn't have tried to sneak up on me. Besides, they're still alive. You ought to give me credit for holding back. Anyway, I lost sight of the children. I'm not sure which way they went. I'll head north and circle back towards Assar. You head straight ways there. I mean, are we just, like, leaving them out here to get, like, eaten by dragons? I guess we are. I mean, I don't feel that bad about it, but I kind of feel a little bad about it, because... I feel like these things always end up kind of biting you in the back eventually. There's just secrets over here. Why is there a Moogle, like, way out in the middle of Nowheresville? Stop being out here, you fool. Dangerous. A lot of new locations around here. Eli Tom. Alright, we'll head off to where we need to go, sorry. I was getting distracted. Landlord colony. You're exploring the stream mist in the dark of night as a dark night, Stacy. Yeah, that's the best way to play this game. We all know this. AC says he's still around. It also says if you have a crafting class, there's a whole Bee Society quest line for Moogles. Then it says the Mogs of the Forest and the Mogs of Moghome are not the same tribe of Moogles. Their palms are even different colors. Also, it starts at 50. I'm never gonna see those Moogles then. Like, this is like a for realsies question, actually, just like kind of as an aside, but like, why is like all like the best story, like all the best content in the game, like all the story content that's like the absolute best? Why is it side content? Why is the main game not also that good? Why can't we be having numerous Moogle ventures? Oops. Okay, a little bit farther. I think I found them. Also, I need to... Oops, that's wrong. Need to eat an egg. Summon a Bokocho. And now we're ready. AC says, could we play the Danny Elfman music of Good King Moggle Mod 12? Ah, that's a great song. So it says, I joined and he's talking about hating Moogles, time to go, shake him ahead. I don't hate Moogles.
What you have
Also,
done has made God very unhappy.
when did I say I hate Moogles, Senna? I literally was just talking about how I wish they had more Moogles in the game. And how they just don't for some reason. Like, where did you get me hating Moogles? Like, I'm actually curious. Were you watching the same stream? Great is like elves or Moogles, so I actually don't know what you guys are talking about. Like actually, like, full stop. Like, what do you mean I hate Moogles? What? Like, what? I just had a whole thing about how, like, my favorite character in the early game was a Moogle. Like, how did you all get that I hate Moogles now? What? I thought you were saying you weren't getting Moogles, so I inferred you hate them? What? What? They're trolling? I'm so confused. Also, I think when you were actually in Heavensward, you didn't like their quests? Huh? I mean, well, Heavensward was like, it was the way they introduced the Mughals in Heavensward was like really weird. Read? No. Don't. I don't got time to read. There we go. Like, Heavensward was just like very weird with how they introduced them because the Mughals were just like, they were like a very, it was like a very like random long sequence inside of like what was otherwise like a very dramatic story. And I feel like they were trying to do it as like kind of like a way to like lighten the tension. Like kind of having like this comedic thing that had like nothing to do with anything else. But it just kind of, it just was really, it kind of broke the flow of the whole story a little bit. And also just like, I didn't like that it was just like, the Mughals are only here. They're nowhere else in the game. You never interact with Mughals except for this place. At least not in like the main story. But anyway. Misty? Also, hi Senna, how you doing? Riel tells me she has rather fond memories of this place. Sure. Level 67? I hope I get to fight a bunch of orphans. They definitely have it coming. You should have seen the look on Sid's face when the Mughals started singing and dancing. He was utterly speechless. Why were the Mughals singing and dancing again? It was stupid, really, but I guess you could say that Sid had become obsessed with trying to live up to his master's example. And for all the wrong reasons. He lost his family when he was younger than me. Ser Pain took care of him, and Frey, but then they died too, so it's just the two of us now. He was angry and short-sighted, but now... Well, he's still both of those things, but not as much as before. So that's progress, I suppose. Sid's master was very dear to him, wasn't he? Oh no, Misty, you're getting bad ideas. Don't do it. Thank the gods, you shouldn't have run off like that. Do you wish to see him again? Your master? Huh? Where's this coming from? What has Riel been telling you? I mean, there's much I wish I could have asked him before he passed, but... Wait, no. Don't you dare. Yep, too late. Says is doing great playing the FF4 3D remake. Oh, that's the one I think I played on the... Well, I played the DS version. The art style was interesting. I'm not sure I loved it, but it was... I mean, Final Fantasy IV is like a classic, so it's still fun. Like, I still kind of like the pixel art a little bit better, but that's... I mean, that's up to preferences, really. The tune says, Mughals hide from the peoples, that's why you needed help to talk to them in Heavensward. I mean, sure, I guess. Do I have a good grasp on Dark Knight? The best grasp at AC. I know all the buttons that I like to push, and all the buttons that I never want to push. And then I'm super happy playing it that way. Oh, Sid. Charming as ever, I see. Ah, stab him twice. It's a ghost. Ah, he's got a beard and everything. Master! And this must be Frey's successor. A worthy one, I have no doubt. My name is Pain, and it is an honor and pleasure to meet you, Grayson. You did well to come so far on your own before meeting Sid, and together you have both grown so much, in mind and body and soul, as Dark Knights and as true heroes. Yeah? There was a time when I was hailed as a hero too, for deeds meritorious in the defense of Ishgard and in the name of the Fury. A brave and true temple knight I was, slayer of countless Dravanians, a commander beloved of and respected by his men. They would follow me into the seventh hell. And indeed, that is where I led them, time and time again. They would fall, and I would earn the accolades, and then they would give me more green boys with dreams of glory. Green boys with red blood, spilled on white snow.
Again, and again, and again. And then one day, I couldn't. I couldn't remember the first one's face. I'd forgotten the face of the first boy who gave his life for me. That was the day I left the Temple Knights. I know that tale by heart, but not the tale of what came after. Why, a goodly man with titles and wealth, a man who could have lived out his days in quiet comfort, why that man chose instead to walk the path, and to once more accept 2 children into his care. Aye, you asked me that very question long ago. I told you that one day you would understand, when you were older, and wiser, and stronger. Shall we put you to the proof, Sid, and see if today is that day? Also, as I firmly grasp it, Dark Knight skills and abilities. This is a great no-likey mitigation buttons. Survival skills, says AC. These are all good questions. I mean, I use my mitigations. I've never once used Living Dead. I feel like that's a useless button. And so I don't use that one, but I'll use pretty much all the other buttons at least once or twice. I'm pretty good about it. Yeah, Living Dead doesn't seem very helpful. He's like, no, I don't want it. You always were fond of your tests. Now, don't be cross. You've only yourself to blame. These are your memories, remember? But of course you do. The point is, deep down you wanted this. And while there's no substitute for the genuine article, you could do a lot worse. So do me this honor, all of you. One last dance with the dead. Show me the man you've become, Sidurgu of the Obsidian Heart. Like, you're yelling at me. I just realized, is Sidurgu like a dragon guy? Is he an Aura? Oh, I guess Misty doesn't get a help? Okay. I just realized, I think he's a Dravanian guy, isn't he? I don't know. For glory! Yeah. That was the wrong one. Oops. Oh, that was interesting. Oh, this is gray. Dude, he failed. Oh, what were all those guys doing over there? Sidurgu. Why aren't you saving Riel? That's your child. I don't have to keep her alive. It's not my job. Carson says Living Dead is the best of the tank super survivor skills. AC says Living Dead is situational. Dark Knight plays like a glass cannon. Well, this is gray. He says, why do you want Misty to help? I mean, everyone should carry the load. AC says, Cayenne Phi Victus. That was the Dark Knight LB3. Oh. Goodsworth says, I'm back. I had to help my mother with saving money. That's all good. How's your day going, by the way, Goodsworth? Also, AC, how's your day going? I think we did pretty good. Oh, why is it always immediately like, ah, you big baby, you need very easy mode? It's like, if it's gonna give it to you after one try, it may as well just like give it to you right from the very start. Like, right?
Okay, so I think we can all agree, like, where we went wrong in this fight. Riel not pulling her weight. That was the problem. So if Riel just does a better job this time and adjusts the way a good healer always does, we'll do a lot better. Hey, if you actually kill this thing so that she doesn't die, that's actually pretty helpful. Oh, wow. Help! Boy. What? What did it want me to do, exactly? I tried to interact with it. I tried to attack it. Ace's attack. I was! It wouldn't let me attack it. I was hitting all my attack buttons. Like... like, nothing was actually triggering as, like, an attack. I was just standing there looking at it. AC says, fine, my joints are achy. Ah. Hope you're taking it easy, then. This is tired and woke up a while ago, so I feel thirsty. Got my water. That's good. Yeah, I don't get tunnel vision. Easy baby mode since your ray doesn't protect the babies. He says, attack the rune. You're clicking on Riel? It looked like you had Riel target. Why would it target Riel? Like, this is the thing with, like, playing on controllers. Like, targeting kind of sucks. It's like, I was trying to click on the rune, so I don't know why it was targeting Riel. Gray attacking the babies. I don't really want to hear it right now. It's always targeting. Like, controllers, like, if there's one thing that control absolutely sucks for is, like, targeting things. But, whatever. I can't target. I can only target Riel. Like, what do you... What am I supposed to do? I can do this, I guess, because it's not targeting. Yeah, it won't let me click on the rune. So, I don't know. That's kind of ridiculous. Gosh. This is a really dumb fight. This is unbelievably stupid. Wow. another rune I can't target. Oh, good. I sure hope I lose again. That'd be really fun. What's with the targeting? Like, why can't I, like... Oh my gosh, now he moves again. Oh my goodness. Wow. That was one of the worst. Can use the D-pad to change targets as a tune. It never... The D-pad, in my experience, has always been the slowest way. It seems like no matter like what way I try to like cycle through the D-pad, it's always the last thing I want that finally gets cycled to. It's like, it would still take way too long to target through and actually, like, do anything. Like, I basically have given up on the D-pad. Tips for controller, use the D-pad. Yeah. Controller stink, I'll use the mouse and keyboard. So on PS5, sometimes I'll just use the touchpad to move the cursor and click the D-pad. Uncooperative or taking too long to cycle. Ken says, I can't play mouse and keyboard, I've tried so many times. AC says, I can't stand using mouse and keyboard, it doesn't feel good in my hands. I said, maybe there's something in your settings that's not letting you cycle correctly. So gotta learn fast because this thing appears in Trials and Dungeons, so best to learn. I mean, I've muddled my way through so far, and like here's like I do try to use the D-pad. Like as a white mage, I hard struggle with the D-pad constantly. It's not like a lack of practice. Like I have tried so much, but it's just not. It's not good. Like the game should understand like if I'm clicking like in a certain area, it should just auto select the highest priority thing in that area. And if that's not what I want, then I can cycle through. Because like there's no reason I'd want to click on Riel and not the thing killing her. Like that's the problem with that moment. Is like why would it autocorrect to Riel no matter like what I'm trying to click? And then use your mouse. I don't have any issues as a tank or a healer. I don't know. Well done, Grayson. Well done indeed. Frey would be proud to know that you carry on his legacy. And mine. Yeah, cool. God, that really killed the vibe of this whole story. And Sid, my boy, my beloved boy, you nearly had me. Oh, spare me your sympathy, you bloody shade. I lost, and that's the end of it. You kept Riel and Grayson out of harm's way, Sid. You did well. Learn to shut up and take the compliment. You asked me once why I chose to walk the path, why I chose to look after you and Frey, even though deep down you already know. But since I lost, I owe you the answer from my lips. I was angry. Angry with the Temple Knights, angry with myself, angry with this twisted world where good men die for nothing. I was seeking justice for my boys, and forgiveness for my sins. I saved lives and punished the wicked, and for a time, that was enough. But nothing lasts forever, does it? And a man ought to have a legacy. I failed my boys as a Temple Knight, but you two are my second chance. I'll teach you everything I knew. Everything I learned from my mistakes, so you wouldn't have to make them. I would send you out into the world to do great things, and maybe it would all balance out. Well, that's all I have to say about that. You know what comes next, don't you? I nod my head. I apparently know exactly what comes next. Though, I suppose I ought to give you a word of advice before I disappear in a puff of smoke. I am your predecessor's master, after all.
People like us will never know peace. Every moment brings us closer to death. Those of our enemies, our loved ones, and yes, our very own. The fear of death is what keeps most men alive. That dread, that desperation to escape the inevitable, if only for a little longer. But we are not like most men. We have seen what awaits us beyond this abyss. We have tasted that despair, bathed in that oblivion. We have wept rivers for our dead and cursed the gods for their cruelty. That is our sword and our strength, and that is why you may one day stand above us all. May the gods have mercy on your soul. Okay. Weird thing to say. Take care, Sid. Be nicer to the girl, and try to be less of a Chocobosaurus. Oh, for the love of... Okay. Macy says, I use the D-pad reliably in parties. They weren't supposed to fight. Misty, you're terrible at your job. This isn't a bad way. I think Sarah and Peng may have known would have done it a bit. For an illusion, that jerk hit awfully hard. Reclaim your ether so we can leave. I may need to visit a healer. Apparently, Soul Eater. Wait, I hit Soul Eater before. Oh, there it is. So, as ether flows into your soul crystal once more, from the depths of the fading abyss, you hear a whisper. Whose whisper? We'll never know. My hands are designed to cup and hold things. Mouse is perfect, says Carson. Lala says, when I'm healing, I've kind of figured out how to do up and down to go through my party members. Then when I want to target enemies again, I'll unselect everything, then press X, and you'll usually... for target what I want again. You just have the tank selected, though, says Lala. No, that's exactly how I do it for healer, because, like, I have a list. And that's the problem with, like, the duties. Is, like, you don't have a list. Not in that same way. Like, I can play as a healer just fine because I have a party list that I can work off of. And I can heal everybody I need to, like, through that D-pad selection. But, like, if I'm just, like, targeting stuff that's, like, just out and about, like, D-pad is, like, unreliable. Like, it just takes too long. Especially, like, for someone who's, like, that thing... Like, that rune kills her in, like, 10 seconds. Like, you have, like, barely enough time to do anything about it. Like, that was just... whatever. Just a badly designed thing. Good, good. Glad to see it all worked out in the end. As for you, Misty, I distinctly recall telling you not to do that. Forgive me. Had I known it would come to violence, Don't you dare start pouting. I'm annoyed, and sore all over, but it's nothing that won't heal with time. All I ask is you promise not to do it again without warning and consent. Memories can be powerful and painful, in more ways than one. That said, he was right. I've only myself to blame. If I thought I could defeat him, I would have, but I didn't think I had a chance, and so I didn't. His injuries are worse than I thought. We should hurry back to Mogholm. For a moment I was certain he would fly into a fury. Could it be that he is grateful for the experience after all? Oh. Then it was not in vain. Tired and broken though he may be, he is nevertheless better for the pain. And in time we too may be. There is still hope. Redemption is not beyond us. Yeah, Misty is a weirdo. This is a weird quest line. Where is that? Where are we? Oh yeah, I'm gonna teleport. He says he had like a good 10 seconds to do something. That's plenty of time in end game content. No, it's just frustrating how like such like an imprecise thing. Because like when there is a time crunch, you get flustered, and you always like scroll past the thing you need when you're flustered. That's my experience anyway. On the bright side, can't blame us for it in this time.
He will recover, yes?
He'll heal, but I'm afraid it's going to take a while. The Muggles can probably help, though. Sid would have to let them, and good luck convincing him. I'm afraid Riel is right. I'm going to need some time to recover. Not fit to travel in my condition. Which means... Oh, gods help me, I'm going to have to stay with these furry little things even longer. 2 more times, was it? 2 more times we'll be finished with this boys' crusade? Not soon enough. Grayson, be a dear and punch a Moogle for me, would you?
Sorry, Moggy. It's come to this. I don't even know if I have the boxing emote, actually. Can flex. Can slap him. Yeah, that works. I slap Moggy. I listen to Sidriga. I help him out. I wasn't joking, by the way, but the Moogle punching. I figured it out. He'll heal. Okay, that's fine. Law says, you should have box? What? Law says, see, I told you, kid who sees ghosts is probably just weird. Carson says, hey, you did it, man. The battle's won, and you did it. Law says, you should have box. You can put it in alphabetical order. Carson says, Muggles are small. Strike them. Like slash box, says Lala. I don't know if I do. Can you slash emotes? I can shadowbox. Oh well. Misty? 68, we can never go home. Misty has been waiting for you for a long time. Okay, that's a weird thing. As you can see, Sid has yet to fully recover from his bout with Sir Pain, and there's no telling how much more time he will require. But my request will brook no delay. If we must seek out another soul in need of succor without their assistance, then so be it. Do you agree? Okay. Then we are of one mind. Now then, where shall we begin our search? War is perhaps the greatest source of man's misery, so much death and destruction. A battlefield, perhaps. Yes. Yes, the slaughter you bore witness to at Castrum Oriens is precisely that of which I speak. A tragedy which tore apart the lives of every man and woman it touched. My mind is made up. That is where we must go. If I had it my way, I'd not let you out of my sight. But, again, if your soul crystal is at stake, I'm only here to help you reclaim your ether. If you think you can look after him by yourself, then by all means. As for me, I think I finally regained enough strength to make the journey back to Ishgard. When you've finished in Girabania, come and find us at the Forgotten Night. I'm going by myself with Misty. Oh, Misty's totally a ghost. I'm gonna have to kill Misty by the end of this. Misty cares for Saul in his own way, but you most of all, I think. Don't get cocky. Little joke's a handful and a half. I hope Sid feels better soon, Kupo. On the bright side, he doesn't seem like nearly as grim and dark as I remember. Except when he's talking about punching Muggles, that is. We can never go home. Gasp. Castrum Oriens. Okay, so let's practice now. Use the D-pad to cycle through the NOCs before you. Law says yes. Cycle through the NPCs. Mm-hmm. It definitely cycles. Oh, there he is. Seems working fine and fast enough, says AC. It's just a dumb way to have to target things. Castrum Oriens, how it buzzes with life. So many brave soldiers.
resolved to do the duty no matter the cost. But have no doubt there will be a cost, and it will be most high, for no man is beyond the reach of fate. Death will not be denied. This place, it weighs on me. Anywhere but here I would search. Okay. Oh, weirdo. Oh, we're going to that place. Isn't that little nook and cranny like where Raubon's from or something? I could be wrong. Can't remember for sure. Cave. What a weird place to go. Lala says, like I said before, there's probably something in the cycle settings, like the thing wasn't counting as an enemy in the list. AC says, anyone participate in Raubon Extreme? Always. I punched him real good. I don't care if he's a one-armed man. Come to share the fire? I would stand to greet you, stranger, but my legs, my eyes, whole of me is not what it once was. Grayson. I know that name. And that voice. By Ralgar, you're still alive. Praise him. Praise him. Who's this man on the verge of death? Is he your friend? Nay, though I am flattered that you would think so. This man made medicine for me, long ago, at the behest of Captain Mifrid, when we were still in Quarry Mill. If I'd kept it all for myself, I'd have made a full recovery, but I couldn't. I had a dear friend, you see. And so I made a choice. He got better. I didn't. Ended up working for the Griffin he did. It's a right-hand man demon. But like all the rest who went to the wall, he never came back. Irony of it, that I'd be the one to outlive them all, if only for a little while. And so I sit here and wait the reckoning, as I rot from the inside out. The husk of the freedom fighter I aspire to be. No, this is not the ending you deserve. I will not allow it. The man he spoke of, the one whose life he chose to save at the cost of his own. That man is proof of his nobility. If he were here... Do you wish to see him again? Your dear friend? Hudart. Aye, more than anything. There's no point in praying for the impossible. He died with the rest. I'm sure of it. He was the Griffin's double. And one of his top commanders, besides. Oh, I think we definitely killed the Griffin's double at some point. Yeah. I think I just remember I think my guy just had a flashback of his own, like, oh yeah, I slashed that guy in half. You're a kind boy, you are. I'm grateful for the company in these twilight hours, but there's no need to trouble yourself further. My time is nearly spent. He really does look a lot like the Griffin. And spend the remainder thinking of better days, Galleon, not dwelling on the deaths of me and mine. God, strike me down. Hodot! No, it can't be. This is not more than a trick. An illusion. A lie. But, even if it is a lie, hear me, Hodart. I have a favor to ask of you. One final favor for a dying fool. Return to the Reach. To Bloodstorm. Offer a prayer to our brothers there. I will, Galleon. You have my word. We should talk. Outside.
Okay.
Will you go with Hildart? He has to make it. I've not left but this.
Yeah. No, George, he died when he touched the sunlight. If I'd known he was a vampire, I would have made him do it. Oh no. Missed.
I have to believe. I have to believe. To Mifrid and Galleon, you were larger than life. I always wanted to meet you, and here we are. Though I reckon this doesn't really count, does it? If only I could go back and tell myself what a blind, bloody fool I was to place my trust in the Griffin. Maybe then Galleon wouldn't be dying alone. Listen, he hasn't got much time. I'll lead the way. The wilds between here and the Reach aren't too dangerous, but as you can see, I'm unarmed. So I'll not be any good to you in a fight. Nor will I fear. I have to rely solely on you for protection.
Great.
I have no doubt you can keep us safe. You're the bleeding warrior of light, after all. Let us be off.
Guess we can fly all the way up to that point and be totally safe. Oh no, he's dying. Whatever will we do? A little bit more egg. Oh no.
Get him.
Did it. Easy fight. More pressing matters at hand. Because I basically never heard of it. Raubon Extreme? I mean, that was a thing that happened, wasn't it? I guess AC probably has more context than I do. I think I've heard about the situation.
Strong as ever, eh? Stronger even than you were that day, I reckon. They say that when the Griffin's men realized you were coming to stop them, they grew panicked and unsure. How could they take up arms against a man hailed as the hero of Eorzea? A hero who had personally intervened in their lives for the better. Some stood their ground and died then and there for it, I imagine, while others looked the other way and tried to find some more Imperials to kill. Pray I wasn't foolish enough to try and fight you. I owed you better. I forget, did we kill Hildart? I'm pretty sure we did. I feel like that was a whole thing because he was the double. Hildart? Hildart, speak to me. I'm fine. I've just got dizzy all of a sudden. We have to hurry, do you hear me? We have to make it to the Reach.
Okay. Launch day of Stormblood, says AC. It was when Stormblood was the new expansion. AC servers were overall and reaching Raubon was a challenge. Flying dinosaur. Go.
Hoda has to stay strong. He has to remember what's at stake. I made a promise to Galleon. I will not fail you, brother. It cannot be the distance. We haven't traveled far enough yet. A man's memories cannot outlive him. told you he hasn't got much time. Neither do I. I'll hold on as long as I can, but in the end, it's not up to me.
He'd be crawling now. That was no good.
No, I will not allow it. He will endure. We will fulfill Galleon's wish.
Okay.
So close. Hudot, you must go on. You must make Galleon whole. Remember, Hudot. Don't you think I know that? He saved my life. We all went and died for naught. For naught. All we ever wanted was to go home. Come ye wayward brothers, bereft of hearth and home. Beneath yon burning star there lies a haven for the bold. Raise up your hands and voices that fill your hearts with pride. Above the churning waters we stand strong and unified.
Wasn't that like the song they sang when they had their big like Les Mis ending for Stormblood?
We can still go home. Even now, after everything we have done, we can still go home.
Oops. iTunes says Cloud could tell you more. Carson says, oh, that's right. It wasn't a fight or anything. It was just the lag and such, right? More or less. The Alamigo anthem. Yes, says AC. I see. I'm gonna say that Hudar didn't make it. I don't think he made it far enough. I think he gave up as a quitter cheater.
He fell and would not rise. He began to shake and... He was so close. He could have made it. He should have made it. How cruel the gods tempt us with this promise of redemption. We did not fail. They failed us. They failed us. Forgive me. Forgive me. My failure is my own. I had my chance and I squandered it. Reclaim that which was yours.
As ether flows into your soul crystal once more, from the depths of the fading abyss, you hear a whisper.
It's not finished. Not yet.
You will come and pray with me. Also, why was Galleon dying cold and alone in a cave when he could have gone to Ralger's Reach anytime? Just as the expansion did start with that theme, the Orc Garleans used quite a tactic. Oh. I can't fly in here. What's even the point of life? Here's where we are. Here is where we are to pay respect to the dead. Storm of blood approaches fast as hell's open, heavens weep, for no one's soul doth lie beyond the measure of his reach. I'm good. I pressed F to pay respects. Didn't work. I feel like that ought to be a shortcut that's allowed. You do like a /F, it should work. Garson, he mentioned he didn't use as much medicine as he needed because he gave it to other... Well, no, I mean, I got that part, Carson. I'm just talking about, like, why was he dying in that cave instead of in Ralger's Reach with, like, everybody else? Like, why wasn't he just here? Why did he crawl off to be alone to die? Like, it's not a very logical thing to do.
What good are prayers to the dead? They have not ears to listen, nor eyes to see, or hearts to console. Naught remains of them, save fleeting recollections soon lost to time and to the abyss. We are left only with pain, a lingering sadness for names and faces consigned to oblivion. How are we to withstand this relentless onslaught of which threatens to consume us? Is there no truth but this, that all man must die? Is this our world, to suffer? What is shape?
Such as the gods' design. I don't know.
But it need not be ours, do you see?
Uh-huh.
We cannot save everyone, can we? Sometimes it is all we can do to save ourselves. Does any of it matter? What, if aught, have we wrought by our own hands? One last time. I gave you my word, and I mean to keep it. But know this. Every intervention has come at a cost, a sacrifice. When I have finished, naught will remain of me. But it does not have to be. For all our faults, for all our failures, we have made a difference. All the lives we have shattered, we can make them come together again. Time and death, our true enemies, need hold no power over us. I can make a place for you in my world. You need only ask.
The what?
We should go back to Ishgard. You must miss Sid and Riel.
I mean, not to get, like, overly philosophical in this very time and place, but I feel like time and death need not be your enemies. I feel like it's purely a fight that you can choose to wage. It's a fight you'll lose. So I feel like that's a silly way to spend time. Okay. Foundation. That's right, they're gonna be in the Forgotten Night. Because maybe he never made it here. Clouds are my enemies, I yell at them, says Carson. I mean, they deserve it. Every cloud deserves it. They need to be put in their place. I'm just gonna walk through apparently instead of take the Ethernet. AC says, not sure if Misty seems familiar to you, but they're familiar to your character, even subconsciously. No, I'm sure Misty's, like, from something. He's not, like, some random whatever. Like, he's either, like, some part of me or some, like, vague past piece of me from something else. I mean, the whole Dark Knight thing has... I don't know, the Dark Knight quests are so weird. I don't know if I like them. Like, they kind of have, like, this, like, weird philosophy to them. But, like, not... I don't know. Like a lot of things inside of Ishgard, it's, like, not stuff I really agree with. It's just, like, weird.
Is everything alright, Grayson?
Sidurgu?
Grayson, I pray a trip to Girabania was productive.
We saw a dead guy in a cave and chased his shadow for a while.
I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, I'm glad you reclaimed more of your ether, but I but wish the circumstances hadn't been so depressing. For Misty's sake, we shall have to see how he is feeling when he returns. No, as far as I am aware, he has yet to return to Ishgard. He certainly isn't here, as you can see. Don't tell me you decided to run away. And just when I was beginning to trust the little jerk. No, I could still be wrong. He's earned a little trust. A few days' worth. No more.
Level 70, Yar Compromise. You knew from the first that there was only one way this could end. I did know it. I have to kill Misty. In cold-blooded death murder. It's the only way. Sometimes when you see a kid, you're just like, ah, that's a kid I'm gonna have to kill. Like, I don't know when or how, but it's happening. Like, this is the only outcome we can all like, agree upon. But anyway, I think we're actually getting close enough to the time where I think we're just gonna call it here. We'll finish up this final quest and continue the role quests of Shadowbringers this Sunday. I think we got a bit of a cliffhanger here, because we're all going to find out together once and for all who Misty is. And if he really does use water-type Pokemon. We'll find out. Car says, not Cloud, mind you, but clouds. Old man yelling at Cloud, says AC. Hatun says moral relativism. Yeah, I don't like moral relativism. I feel like it's I don't know. I feel like the way it's argued for is it's usually very selfish in nature. I feel like people argue for relativism specifically because they want to do things and feel good about it. Like, that's really what a lot of it comes down to. And I don't feel like things are relative in that sense. I feel like there is, you know, like objective good and bad. And there's a lot of stuff that's in between. But I don't know. Cars, I think Dark Knights are intended to be the most pragmatic and realistic of all the jobs that might tend towards fantastical idealism. Maybe, I don't know. I wouldn't even say it's that. Like, they're not, like, realistic then. Like, Cars says, hey Gray, as you have been doing these quests, have you been making sure to read the quest journal entry? For these ones? Probably not. Is there a way to do that? Once I pass the quest? Dark Knight job quests, especially this set, have very unique things entered into the journal. Yeah, I almost never read the journal entries, just because I feel like that slows down the pace of the stream. Like, and again, I feel like I've talked about this before, like, but like, I'm playing 14 in a way that, like, I would never normally play games on my own. Like, if I was playing this game on my own time, I would be talking to every NPC, I would be reading every single journal entry, I would read every description of everything. Like, I would still probably be, like, at Shadowbringers, even, like, with 3 years of playing the game, because I like reading all the dialogue, but I just know for a fact that that doesn't work on a stream. So, who bonked me, by the way? I totally missed the name. Hatun says read. I guess I'm getting bonked by somebody. I don't know who. I might as well also marking a read point. Hatun says, oh, that reminds me. Carson says, I totally get you. I just suddenly remembered that the Dark Knight quests in particular have, like, special text. I mean, is there a way to, like, is there, like, a history? Is there, like, a journal history I could go to? Because I'd love to read that stuff. But, like, I just know for a fact that nobody else wants to sit and listen to me read it. Is kind of like the problem. Oh, I guess I can actually, kind of. I mean, sort of. I can, yeah. Sort of. Wait, how do I... Dark Knight. Countless Estredes has arrived at last. You, Sidorgu, and Riel are to meet with her. Okay, that's that one. Oh, these are stupid long. Holy crap, yeah, there's no way I'd be able to read these on stream. No one would have that patience for me. Oh, I see what you're talking about. These are... So I'm just like kind of skimming through them. These are super judgmental. Do be sure to wipe the blood from your boots before going back to meet Sid. Because we had to go kill that one knight for literally no reason. That was such a no-reason murder. Like, holy crap. Like, that's like the other thing with like the Dark Knight is like there's like this like weird like, I think the Dark Knight out of any job like has like the biggest like hero complex. Like the Dark Knight character to me can like say whatever they want, but like Dark Knights have like the biggest hero complex. Like they are more obsessed with justice than anyone else. And like they probably do like the worst job of dealing justice out of any job class. It's unbelievable. Just maybe to read in the offline. Tarzan's, oh man, they're long. Have you tried to just do it? Hold on, let me just... Garrison, I'm checking out. I think it's in the hotel room. Hatun says, how do you actually know? He says you can. Unending journey in the inn or in your journal. Hatun says, have you tried to just do it, says Hatun? If you talk about like reading text and stuff, I have. Because again, like, and this is like something I think everybody here hasn't watched me for that long, but like my very early days of playing, of like streaming Final Fantasy XIV, I was talking to all the NPCs, I was doing all the side quests, I was reading all the flavor text, and nobody wanted it to hear it. Like, I got a lot of comments about this, like just focusing on like just the MSQ, and like don't worry about side quests, don't worry about the other stuff, just focus on the main story. That was a lot of comments I got in the early days. So, you know. Carson says, just maybe to read the offline, but I think they're worth it. Carson says, we do and I love it. I'll do the right thing even if everyone else fails to. Alright, Carson, good luck being a Dark Knight. I believe in you. But anyway, I think we'll be done for tonight. I think that's a pretty good stopping point. We're just about at the top of the hour where I have to get going. But this has been fun. Like, I don't know, Dark Knight job quests are fascinating to me. Like, because like I like the characters involved, or at least like I like Sidurgu and Riel. I think they're good characters. I feel like the very first series of quests for Dark Knight were like really weird, and it's probably like my least favorite thing I think I've experienced like in the Dark Knight quests, or like I guess like in any like job quests. Like that was just a really bizarre quest arc. And this one's also been kind of that same flavor of like it just like feels like very bizarre and kind of pointless. Because, like, at least with Sidurgu and, like, Riel, it was, like, there was kind of, like, something we were working towards, and there was, like, progress we made that could be measured. Like, with Misty's, like, I don't feel like we've actually really accomplished anything. I don't feel like anything has really changed in these past few quests. But, I mean, we'll see where it all ends up. Maybe it'll work out for the best. But anyway, yeah, so we'll finish this up next week. We'll do the tank role quest in Shadowbringers as well next week. I think we'll be able to finish it out fully. Like, I should be able to get the other 7 levels I need, like 6 and a bit, really. Like, it's not that many more I have to get. I think we'll be able to get there and be ready for it by Sunday, so we'll do that. And I guess if that all goes well, then maybe we'll actually start the MSQ again. Wouldn't that be exciting? Hatun says, I will say that those comments have affected how you view the story and the world building. One thing you could do is go back and talk to the NPCs if on your own time. I mean, I could. It's like, well, it's tough. Like I've been making time to do the leveling, like off stream, because I know that like leveling on stream would be very boring for people. But I truly don't have, like, copious amounts of free time. Like I really, it's hard for me to justify playing this game, like, outside of, like, making very specific progress for the streams. Because I'm definitely, like, missing out, like, on a lot of stuff in this game that I would really like to experience. I just don't know when I would have time to do it outside of, like, streaming. But then during streaming, it's like, that's not the best thing to do for the stream, so it's, I don't know, I don't know. I'd like to figure out something, like, a better way to enjoy the game at the pace I want to enjoy it, but not sure how to do that at this point. But we'll continue on. Thanks everybody for hanging out tonight, by the way. It was fun. I like getting to talk with you guys and hang out. Next Tuesday will likely be Anime Podcast, by the way. So I'll be hanging out with Zyga. Presuming he's available. Ooh. That does remind me. We may be having to change the podcast schedule in the near future. Apparently Zyga's work schedule is changing soon. And I think the days off he has are going to be different. I can't remember what days they're going to be. But we may have to, like, change things to adjust for that. So I don't know if moving forward, if the podcast will continue to be on Tuesdays. I need to talk to him and find out exactly which days are switching around, like, what's going to work best for him. On account of him having, like, a job and whatever now. But I'll make sure to have, I'll try to have that information by, like, Friday. Because Friday we'll be doing a stream with Smo, playing Rogue Galaxy. I sure hope anyway, as long as my computer holds up. Which it seems like it's holding up fine now. I don't know what happened Friday, like... I mean, I guess, I don't know, there's still something weird going on with my computer. I feel like I should take it back to the PC shop. But, like, if I take it back to the PC shop, like, they're gonna take it for another week. Like, I don't want to do that either. But I definitely still have something broken in this thing that's, like, not working right. So I don't know. Oh well. Carson is your good fellow, Gray. Never fear press. Aw, thanks, Carson. Very kind of you. Toon says you better burn sage. Look. Like, what's the joke from Dragon Ball Z? Abridged? When Frieza gets struck by lightning. When God tries to smite him down. And he's like, better luck next time, a-hole. Bring your A-game. Or whatever it was. That's what I'm feeling like with whatever's going on in this place. Like, I'm not gonna burn sage until, like, some real serious junk happens, because I'm refusing to acknowledge it until then. I'm choosing to believe that the shelf that has stayed perfectly stable and strong for a year and a half has just happened to start rejecting objects on it, you know, for other reasons. You know, maybe there's a very subtle tilt that's always been there, but I never noticed, and it's just happened to throw two items tonight, you know, within an hour of each other. It's possible. Well, definitely gonna see what's going on with that shelf, because that was really bizarre. Anyway. Wear a mask if it stinks, says the Toon. It stinks so bad. My landlord's absolutely gonna think that I'm smoking the Mary Jane, and I don't want to get in trouble. Because, like, the day I burn sage is gonna be the same day he does, like, a random inspection. And he'll be like, you're smoking the marijuana. You're evicted twice. I'm like, no, sir, please. There was a ghost. I'm gonna spray a bottle of holy water. I wonder if that works. I wonder if, like, if you have, like, a respectful enough looking spray bottle, if that's still allowed. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Thanks everybody for hanging out. I hope you have a good rest of your night. Hope the week ahead is good for you. I hope many good things for you, because I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Like, I think, I don't know, these streams are something I really look forward to. And especially, like, I don't know, like, don't get me wrong, I love doing the collab streams. Like, where I get to, like, play with Smo and even, like, Carson recently. Getting to play with Carson's pretty cool, too. It's really fun. I love being able to play with people. But I really like these solo streams a lot, and I feel like I don't get to do them very much anymore. Because, like, it's just me and you against the world together. And it's kind of nice. It's like, you can just be, like, chill and just enjoy the game. And I feel like I really only get to do that with 14 these days. Like, that's kind of stayed, like, the one kind of solo thing I do. And maybe that's a big part of, like, why I still really like 14. Like, I'm trying so hard not to be a whiny baby, I promise. I'm trying really hard. But, like, because I do like this time that we get to hang out and, play a cool game that's interesting and thought-provoking. That's one thing, like, this game does make me think a lot. Like, I'll give it that. Like, I might not agree with, like, everything 14 does, or, like, even a lot of what 14 does. But, like, it is a game that makes me think a lot. And, that's probably good for me. It's good to have games that make you think. So, anyway. Cartoon says, look, the devil's lettuce has its benefits. Uh-huh. Carson says, yeah, I'm pretty awesome. Cartoon says, yeah, you are, Carson. Laws is so generous. Yeah, exactly. I'm so kind to this game. Everyone knows it. But anyway, thanks for hanging out. We'll see y'all next time. Hope you have a good night. Bye-bye.